Hello, everyone, and welcome to Updatalk, a podcast that focuses on education. It is me, Fatima Abi Sahabi, hosting this podcast as usual. Our topic of discussion today is promoting cultural diversity in schools. Today, we invited one of the students of Al-Bukhari International University, the university that is rich in cultural diversity. This is nobody but Husainatu Said Jadlu. You're welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
So, without due further, just like us to dive directly into the topic of discussion. First of all, why is promoting cultural diversity important in schools, and how can it benefit students in their future lives?
So, I would like to start by saying that culture is the way of life of a group of people. So, it entails their attitudes, their beliefs, their practices, their norms, everything. So it shapes a human being into what they are. So it is very important for individuals to understand culture that is surrounding them. So here in Al-Bukhari, we have over 60 plus countries here, and everyone has their diverse culture. So we need to understand each other, know what their beliefs are, what their practices, their attitudes, in order to ensure that we are able to interact with them. So it is very important for young adults or students to know this, to ensure that everyone is included, and also when they grow up and become entrepreneurs or even workers in organizations, they are able to have a culture where everyone is included, where everyone is understood, where everyone's beliefs, practices, norms is met.
So you cannot be an outsider like that. So what are some effective ways to create a culturally diverse and inclusive learning environment?
So with this, I'll just give an example here in Al-Bukhari.
You like your university, mashallah.
Yeah, I love my university because when it comes to culture, everyone is included. So here, the lecturers ensure that everyone participates during lectures. So if there is a topic, they ensure that they take everyone's take on it, everyone's perspective on that topic, so that we can learn from everyone's culture. And also group work like this, they ensure that if it is 5 members in a group, they are all from different countries. So this helps us to learn and understand people from diverse culture, understand how to communicate with them and everything about them. Also, another thing is how we are in the hostel. They ensure that one room has people from different countries. So myself, I'm in a room with a Thai, and also an Indonesian. And it has helped me learn a lot about people from those cultures. Now I understand who Thai people are, who Indonesian people are.
Yeah, because you're living with them in the same room.
We eat together.
Wow.
We do many things together. So it's very important when it comes to school to promote cultural diversity, and Al-Bukhari is one example of schools that promote cultural diversity.
Yeah, exactly. So in what way can parents get involved in promoting cultural diversity in their children? Because now we are talking about like small children. How can their parents get involved in this?
One thing I will say is, even before the students enter the school, the parents should educate their kids about cultural diversity. They should let the kids understand that there are people somewhere who think, who clothe, who feed themselves different from the ways they do. So understanding people is very important to ensure that there is harmony between everyone. So first they educate their kids, and also when they enter into the school, the parents should ensure that the school's activities embraces cultural diversity. So they can organize programs like cultural nights here that we do in Al-Bukhari, where everyone is included. Every culture comes to display their language, their food, their dance, their way of clothing, everything. And it's very, very nice to watch. Actually, these programs in Al-Bukhari brings in many students. Many students come to watch, and it's very, very nice. Even African nights like this, many students involve themselves in it. You saw people from Gambia, people from Nigeria, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Mali, everywhere. They were all taking part. You saw people dressed in their African ways. People cooked domoda from Gambia. Nigerians cooked wake. Ghanaians cook jollof everywhere. So like it's very, very important, and parents can like promote these activities. So it's very important for them to take part in these activities to ensure that everyone understands the culture. And it's actually fun too. It's fun to learn about these things. Even prize giving days back in our countries, we saw people doing the cultural dances from different cultures, and it was so nice. You see, even during practices, you see many students enter in to see how it is, and it promotes like interaction, and we are able to make new friends and everything. So it's very, very nice.
There's this thing that is annoying me about when it comes to cultural educations and things like that. Some parents would be talking bad about other cultures, like you shouldn't get in contact with this cultures or this culture because it's bad. But do you think it's not appropriate way to, or a proper way to address?
And it's issues? Not even only parents, even friends, like just the society. Sometimes they have this bias about another culture, that this culture is bad, this culture is racist, and all sorts of like bad things. So for example, before I even came here, I heard Asians were racist, that when they see black people, they treat them anyhow.
I've heard that too.
But then when I came here, actually, I met a complete opposite thing. Malays are very nice people. I was so surprised. Sometimes you just go out, you meet these people, they're just friendly, wanting to talk to you, like they are just so nice. And I came here to meet the Nigerians here, very friendly. Like it's not true the kind of stereotypes or bias they have against these cultures. So I will urge students not to believe in these bias, but they should rather learn for themselves what these cultures are all about. So parents should please desist from stereotyping certain cultures, because it is not what it is. When you get to like know these people, you now understand like where they are coming from and what is they are all about. So please let's talk good about all cultures, and also let's try to learn about
and
other
even
cultures.
In some cases it's not that the cultures are bad, but it's just the way they are doing it. Like it is good in their own
good. Yeah, I understand you perfectly. You see, we said culture, they have different beliefs, different attitudes, different values. So what you might take to be unethical, it might be ethical to some people. So for example, this thumbs up sign which says good, in some countries it's an insult. So we have to understand others. So maybe you might take something to be bad, but it's good for others. So let's just try to what is the word? Let's try to like accept everyone. Let's try to accept everyone for who they are. Because we can't change people. They are different. We are different. Like the way we are, some people might have stereotypes against us, but we are not going to change it because they have those stereotypes. We have to be ourselves. We just have to be understanding, empathetic, put ourselves into people's shoes. Yeah, it is very important.
Okay. What are some challenges that schools and parents may face when promoting cultural diversity, and how can they overcome them?
Okay. So I've observed that some students, they don't really understand how to communicate with others. So I'll say communication is one of the challenges. They don't really know like how to go about to interact with the others. They think that everyone is like them. What they have to understand is everyone is different. So this is one of the challenges teachers face. So they can let it come to the attention of these peoples or these students that everyone is different. Every culture is different. what they believe in is different, what they value is different, they have different attitudes, they have different way of living entirely. So understanding this is the first step to being culturally diverse. Yeah. And also the language. You see, we have language barriers. And when we talk about language, it's not just like the verbal speaking, but also the non-verbal ones. Like I said earlier, the thumbs up sign, when you go to other cultures, it's an insult. Yeah, so we have to understand how people communicate. So this is one barrier. So letting it come to the attention of these students that how we communicate is different from others will also bridge the gap to including everyone and being culturally diverse. Yeah.
It's a really good one indeed.
Yeah.
Okay, this comes to the end of our discussion with Hussainatu Said Jallo, a student from Al Bukhari International University. And I really enjoyed this.
Thank you very much. I also enjoyed myself, and I hope we all know the importance of cultural diversity in our schools to ensure that in our future relationships with everyone, we are able to include everyone and also understand everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. This is Updatalk podcast on education. And our topic of discussion today that we had was on promoting cultural diversity in schools. It's Fatima Evisa saying,